Scott, how about over at Verizon Federal? There's a whole bunch of activity going on there. Just absolutely amazed by the folks that were putting in and running and have been and still are running all that infrastructure out there. And we didn't miss a beat. Everyone moves to COVID and everyone moves to remote telework because of COVID. And those environments didn't miss a beat. So tell us what's happening at Verizon Federal these days.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me today, Luke. Verizon Federal has a number of solutions, and in fact, most of them came up. We like to look at the world as really being in three buckets today, which is different than it was, 10, 15 years ago. The three buckets being the device, the landscape, and then the destination. And we've heard the destination talked about its data centers or cloud. The landscape, that's how you get there. 5G was mentioned, right? And there's two flavors of 5G out there right now. There is what everybody calls the nationwide 5G, and then there's 5G ultra wideband. And the reason that organizations are going to care more about ultra wideband is the fact that coupled with that, Verizon has a number of technologies to do some things that we've talked about and looked at from an IT perspective for many years. The first thing is to actually take the data, the compute, and the user and bring them all together quickly in a solution that we call MEC, or the multi-user edge computing solution. That comes in two flavors. We actually have a solution that we built in conjunction with AWS, which it's called Wavelength on the AWS side. It allows you to literally push to the edge of the Amazon network and to the edge of the Verizon network in building solutions that users can interoperate with. What does MEC buy you? Well, in the end, what MEC buys you is the ability to deploy five nines applications without having to have the five nines infrastructure. The applications can exist in the MEC world on their own, replicating and moving data. You simply have to change a little bit about how the application works. So in terms of modernization, we're trying to drive those three things. The other thing, and I think probably the biggest, and I'll block my face here for a moment to show the device that's going to change things. More and more people only carry their cell phone. I can remember many years ago when I first was a consultant, I used to literally carry a laptop and a camera and blah, 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 55,000 things in my bag and tore my shoulder up over the years doing that. The reality is more and more people walk away from the office carrying their cell phone. So as we think about modernization, we want to make sure we think about those three buckets: the device, the landscape, and the destination. The destination is great and important and critical. The landscape is great, important, and critical, but so is the device. And I'll end with my very favorite line about devices, which is, if I send you a 10,000 line spreadsheet and I'm asking you to look at line number 9,246 to specifically verify a number, and you're on a cell phone, that's painful. That takes just agonizing time and effort to do. So instead of being a 30-second job, it becomes a 5 or 6 minute job. So we want to look at, as we move down the path to the device, being the mobile device, that we modernize in ways that empower users with the device. So we literally can say on the device, hey, you're about to get a 10,000 line spreadsheet and somebody wants you to review it. Can you connect to an external monitor, or can you connect to a projector so that you can see this and interoperate with it more effectively?
Wow, you're making my head spin, and very impressive. I think certainly 5G is going to really unlock a lot of capability, and I think we're all looking forward to it.